Thank you, everyone. And for those of you, one of the ladies out in the front, the iPad, was looking at Chuck Pagano, and she said, he doesn't look like the coach of the Indianapolis Colts. And it's a damn good thing because they beat my Green Bay Packers this week, and I'm irritated at that guy. I started at ESPN before there was an ESPN. It was called the ESP Network, and that was in 1979 before we went on the air. I did my electrical engineering undergraduate degree at the University of Hartford, and I thank them dearly because they installed the flame that lit my curiosity and my analysis tool set to go forward in life. I remember one day reading Dr. Fuggio's technical paper in the Broadcast Society for the IEEE about this 1125 line system. This was around 1980. And that started my fascination and my passion for where HD can bring us into the future. Now remember, this was back in analog television days. I took a sabbatical from ESPN, went down to work at Philips Labs. I was hired by Rich Proden, who's one of the CTOs currently at Broadcom, and Mike Sinberg and Charlie Rhodes, who came from Tektronix. They fed my desire to understand where HD technically was going to go. And it was where I learned the intricacies and the benefit and the wonderfulness of progressive display. Well, upon returning to ESPN, my passion was going, and I was able to kick the tires and get things going with the funding from the company that allowed me to make it happen. ESPN made that decision to launch an HD service with ease. My former boss and still wonderful friend, George Bodenheimer, who's here tonight, and my partner listened to my rants and my hyperbolic descriptions of the opportunity. Luckily, he fell for it. Thank you, George. And received his and the company's blessing to build a facility and a distribution pipeline for getting ESPN HD to the desirous fans and my fantastic team of smart engineers. I want to thank them dearly. But the fans, that was our mission in life, to serve the fans. ESPN HD made its debut as a 24/7 high-definition network on Sunday, March 30th, 2003, with a baseball tonight and a Sunday night game between the Texas Rangers and the Anaheim Angels. We stood by monitoring that demand curve going forward, and everything took off after that. And everything that Gary had mentioned in our timeline was all function of that one little risk factor that we did in 2003. ESPN's journey is now solidified, and HD is in their DNA. I do have a couple of people I would personally like to thank. First and foremost, my mom, Helen, 91 years old next month. My sisters Barbara and Kathy, along with their families, and their husbands Mike and Al, my 4 nieces and 1 nephew, who I affectionately call the party animals. My dear friend George, for the 30-plus years we worked together. A dear friend who couldn't be here tonight, but he's known to CEA, and a good partner, Brian Burns, who helped facilitate dealing with you guys while I was sweating it out back at the ranch. My unbelievable team of talented engineers and technologists over the years. Their creativity is second to none. They looked at the opportunity and said, yeah, we know it's not going to work right now, but let's go for it. To them, I thank them. And finally, my entire ESPN family that got behind my daydreams and helped get that DNA further into the overall ESPN. I'm humbled, and thank you very much for this honor. Thank you. Beautiful. Thank you, sir.